Zenith Management Values Limited was established in the year 2000 as Zenith Values and incorporated in the year 2007. It is a firm of registered and licensed valuers with a rightful claim to long experience in valuation work.
I left employment in government in 2003 and I incorporated my own company, Zenith Management Valuers Limited, where I have been since then. We also offer consultancy services. About Zenith Valuers is that I got registered way back in 1997, and since we were allowed to practice in government, I formed a sole proprietorship company where I would practice as I was also in government employment. So I remember in those early days, I would do inspections and I would go with notes home and my wife would do the reports in the bedroom. After some time, the work became so much that I would find that I would not find time to go to government offices. So it is at that time that I resigned in 2003. And now I moved my office from the bedroom to an office in Baden-Powell House. After some time, because of tremendous growth, I had to look for bigger space, where I got an office in Phoenix House, where we are stationed up to today.
Zenith Management Values has cut out a niche for itself in all the services they offer, making it a client's valuation and management company of choice.
Selling point is that we are always very keen and diligent in our work, and through referrals and satisfaction of our customers, we find them always coming back.
The company prides itself in undertaking various big projects in both the government and private sectors, a testimony of how efficient, reliable and trustworthy they are.
We have done various very big projects for institutions like Kenya Bureau of Standards, where we valued all their properties in the country. We have also done big corporate and individual valuations as instructed by various banks, and particularly Barclays Bank in particular. We have done valuations for Shadari Industries. We have done various valuation laws for various county councils, and we have done for Ajia County Council. Then under the township, we also did a valuation for Lemuru County Council. Then under Lemuru Township, we have also done assets for KAA, but then the ages of Metrocosmo Valuers, where I was in charge of the Nairobi and Mombasa regions. We have also done corporate valuations for Fachu Industries and various counties like Machakos, where we valued a feasibility valuation for the construction of Yata Dam.
Operating within the law, Zenith Management Valuers practices under the various bodies set up to regulate and oversee matters of valuation and management.
We are registered by the Valuers Registration Board, and we are members of the Institutional Surveyors of Kenya. We are also registered and practicing estate agents as registered by the Estate Registration Board.
The need for professional services, more so when land buying and selling is involved, remains high despite many Kenyans not knowing what it entails. Here, the CEO of Zenith Management Valuers elaborates.
The valuation is the art of determining the market value of property. The market value of property is the estimation of where the buyers and the sellers might meet. Rather, the equilibrium price is what we call the market price. And there are many ways of attaining this through the cost approach, the comparison approach, and the income approach. Though at this stage I might not want to go into the details, but basically it's determining the price that a property would sell in the market without undue duress on either side of the buyer and on the seller.
It all starts with the company receiving instructions from the client, a process that entails several steps.
The valuation process entails one getting an instruction from the instructing authority. The valuations could be either for many purposes, could be court purposes, could be for insurance, could be mortgage purposes. So depending on the user of the valuation, the methodology will differ. But on receiving the instructions, we will normally ask for registration documents. This could be share certificates, they could be titles, they could be leases. On obtaining these documents, we now proceed to do the official search and getting the map so that we can ascertain the location on the ground concurs with what is on the map. And we also proceed to do the search so that we can confirm the ownership of the property. After that, we then go to the ground. There are various maps that we use. They could be survey maps, they could be cadastral maps, they could be mutations, Google maps. Of course, I know you have heard of dropping a pin, which pin we obtain by doing the grids. And then we go to the ground and ascertain that the area on the ground and the area on the maps concur, that the location as indicated concurs with what is on the maps, and that the property was not previously set aside for public utility, that the property is not on riparian reserve, and that the property is not in a place where it is subject to pollution that would adversely affect the value of the property, and that the user is per the zoning regulations as set out in the Physical Planning Act. After you ascertain those things, then we go and look for comparables either from lawyers or from colleague valuers or estate agents, and then after analysis we are able to do our remarks and then advise on the value. That is basically the process of evaluation report.
With 2 directors and 5 valuers, Zenith Management Values Limited has a core technical staff who bring with them a wealth of experience in valuation issues, both from the public and private sectors, who team up to form an outstanding team, not just in what they practice, but also academic-wise.
We have 2 directors in the company. That includes me and my wife. And then we have 5 valuers. In addition, we have other staff. We have drivers, we have secretaries and marketers and human resource people.
Meet Moses Mureithi Njuguna, the founder and CEO of Zenith Management Values Limited.
I was born on 15 August 1968.
Moses is married to one Esther Mureithi, and together they are blessed with 3 children, namely Harun Njuguna, Beckham Karaoke, and Marilyn Wangeshi.
In addition, an elder in PCA Church, where I serve at Kasarani West Parish. I went to school in a little school called Gathudi Primary School. I then went to Yakaja Secondary School. I went for my A-levels in Kagumo and then joined the University of Nairobi. I graduated in an upper second division, second class honors.
Upon completion of his education, like expected of a top scholar, Moses secured employment in the Ministry of Lands, starting off as a district lands officer, serving in various places.
After that, I was employed by the Ministry of Lands as a district officer. I've served in various districts, including Nyahururu, where we were in charge of Marsabit and Laikipia. I also served in Murang'a as a district officer and as a valuer. I was in charge of Maragua and Murang'a districts. I was then transferred to Meru. I was in charge of Meru Central and the Tharaka Nithi district.
With the company now being a big and successful one, the humble beginnings are still part of what keeps him and his team going, always working to better their best, and now with branches in major towns in the country, Moses says the sky is the limit.
We pray and look forward to us expanding, particularly to the coast region, because we are well done in Rift Valley through our Nakuru office and Mount Kenya region, through our offices in Murang'a and Nyeri and Thika. But after that, we also hope to expand to the region, East African region, and we are looking to opening offices in Tanzania and Rwanda.
And in a world where professionals are in competition with quacks, Moses Mureithi Njuguna has a piece of advice to his colleagues in the same field.
Generally, for professionals, I think now is a time that professionals are called to be very diligent in their work, because our clientele has also become very sophisticated, and if somebody is not very diligent, they are likely to run into serious liabilities. So I would call upon all the professionals to diligently exercise their professions, and where they are not able to interpret data or undertake a certain exercise because of its complexity, let them always feel free to declare that they are not able to deliver, and also feel free to consult the other professionals in the various fields. Otherwise, with the nature of the litigious nature in the country that we are seeing in the recent past, the professionals who are not going to be very keen are likely to have a lot of legal problems.